Welcome to Mr. Beck Does Your Homework. This is physics homework number 5, the introduction. Homework number 5 is all about the 4 equations of motion for constant acceleration. So these work for any constant acceleration. We have 4 equations, and each of these equations is missing one of our 5 key variables. Our 4 equations are initial velocity equals final velocity plus acceleration times time. My position is 1/2 of my initial velocity plus my final velocity, which is my average velocity, times my time. My position is my initial velocity times time plus 1/2 acceleration times time squared, and my final velocity is my initial velocity plus twice the acceleration times the displacement. This first equation, v is 0 plus at, does not have position in it. This second equation, position is 1/2 of v0 plus v, or average velocity times time, does not have acceleration in it. My third equation, position initial velocity times time, 1/2 acceleration times squared, does not have final velocity in it. And my fourth equation, v squared is v0 squared plus 2ax, does not have time in it. So each one of these equations is missing one of the key variables. Now what you need to do is when you look at one of the homework problems, you want to find out what things you know, what things you are looking for, and by finding out what you know and what you're looking for, you can also determine what it is you do not know and do not care about. So if you have a problem that does not give you time, and it does not ask you for time, and time is not stated, and time isn't there, and you really don't care about time, then this is the equation for you. This is the equation you're looking for. So you're going to identify variables so that you can write down anytime you see a number. You're going to write it down with units and figure out which variable it is. You are going to find your equation that relates variables. So you're going to find the right equation. And then you can substitute in your values and solve. The other thing you're going to have to worry about on this homework is positives and negatives. Very often, right is positive and left is negative, or east is positive and west is negative, and up is positive and down is negative, or north is positive, south is negative. Very often. Sometimes it'll be more convenient to make this positive and that positive, but for the most part this is the case, and I'll tell you when it's different, or you can figure out when it's different. So that's one important thing. The other thing is if it asks for the speed, speed is a scalar, so that's going to be positive. If it asks you for a magnitude of something, magnitude of acceleration or magnitude of velocity or magnitude of displacement, those are also positive numbers. So if it's a negative, take an absolute value. So speeds and magnitudes are positive because every vector has a magnitude and a direction, and the direction would be positive or negative, but the magnitude part is always positive.